Hey, welcome Exile. They call me Needman, and this is like fast one take video, no montage, nothing. This is first build I've ever created myself. This is gonna be my league starter for 3.25 Settlers of Calgar League, and I just finished my own settlement today, and I got pretty much no time for you know building the shit around. So I got maximum of my knowledge here. I'm not a POB warrior at all. I just press some checkboxes I really know about. Uh, Other ones I'm not using. This is not doing anything. You will know why later. So I'm gonna play Rage Vortex of Berserking. Slayer, of course, Slayer. Slayer is like S tier ascendancy in this patch, no doubts. This video, by the way, this video is not for beginners. I'm not gonna explain step by step all the leveling shit. No leveling shit, no leveling gear. Fuck that shit. You can do this by yourself. So let's have a look. I got two different versions of passive trees. So the first passive tree is like a real star, except for Thread of Hope. But I think Thread of Hope, except especially very large, is gonna be quite easy, quite common, and very cheap to acquire. So this is by the way, this is the Impale version. Impales are very good since you have a nice attack rate on the Rage Storm, on the Rage Vortex itself. So the Impales are gonna be sus, 100%, no doubt. So the first thing you should acquire here is, of course, some life, some movement speed, some mana reservation efficiency. Val Pact, you don't need this early on, but since you've got like second ascendancy or maybe third if you're doing this like myself, I'm doing my first ascendancy in Act 4 and doing my second and third ascendancies, my second and third laps right before Kitaba Act 10. So you can do the Val Pact right after you kill Kitaba and you'll be all right. Therefore, you should go left side. You should take the rage nodes as early as you can so that you can transition into a rage vortex of berserking with quite ease. So this rage nodes, this axe mastery gives you 2 rage on hit, and since you have like 9 to 10 attack rate, you're always gonna be generating your rage every 0.5 seconds, of course. And you must go here for your battle trance. You don't want to anoint it because you have a better thing to anoint early, so you should go step by step here, especially because then you want to get that. Thank you. Thank you, Alisa. Especially you want to go here because you're gonna go for this large cluster jewel. Here we're taking some impale nodes. This physical mastery, this is huge because with this physical mastery and one node on the cluster jewels, you get 100% chance to ignore enemy physical damage reduction. This is fucking nice. So you can pretty much have no use of vulnerability early, right before you can do the second your second curse by anointing your amulet, etc. So I prefer here to use assassin's mark for 100% crit chance, so you can sustain your flasks all the time. You always want to roll your flasks with a nice suffix to you, and a good prefix. A good prefix here is generating flash charges on crit. And since then you have a pretty much high attack rate, you're gonna be always on your flasks, even fighting a single target mob or a boss. Taking some axe nodes, some two-hand masteries here, nothing special. This fortify cluster, you know, we're gonna use Uber Exarch gloves, but they say that melee hits from strike skills fortify, and Rage Vortex is not a strike skill, so you're gonna need that fortify mastery. This is just a huge amount of effective hit pool that Slayer is lacking off. This is pretty much the start, and then you should transition to the second cluster. I prefer not to use Thread of Hope anymore here, because Little Pride, you can have some double damage nodes, critical multiplier nodes, etc. Something better to use. You have cool, very cool cluster here, which one you can have a 45%, huge, solid 45% critical strike multiplier with two-handed melee weapons, and a 5% chance to deal double damage. This is enormous. Look, this gives us, this alone gives us 20, 20, 20 12, I'm sorry, 12, 12.8% damage overall. This is fucking huge. And those nodes, like, they are cool. You don't need minimum charges because relic caches are obviously a no-brainer here. And the minimum charges, you don't really care. Gain charges, you don't really care. Increased damage, cool, but these two nodes, using Thread of Hope only for these two nodes is just nothing here. Hematophagic gives you nothing since you're always instant leeching with Valpack, and you don't have any benefits from over leeching or double leeching, like instant leech from Healy Hit and additional non-instant leech from projectiles, like you're using Lightning Strike or Molten Strike. This is like S plus tier meta. I don't want to play S plus tier meta, so this is it. For these clusters, we're taking just some leech nodes, attack speed nodes. This node I'm not really sure about because it says 15% increase attack speed while leeching, and we're not like while leeching, we're always instant leeching. So I'm gonna think about it. But this node, if we unallocate it, will take away a solid 9% DPS. So I think it's working or not. I'm gonna test it out. I don't really know. This cluster of mana reservation, I just love them myself, you know. It's really cool for me for always having one mana, have pretty much less reserve, so I can use something over on. So I'm not into that, like stacking mana reservation efficiency elsewhere on jewels, which is not quite common with the other affixes you should take, like critical strike multiplier, since we are having 100% crit chance. So the percent life and critical strike multiplier are no-brainer here. 100%. This one is always cool. Devastator is very large amount of our clearing. Besides, you have increased attack damage, increased damage with ailments. Fuck that shit. Enemies killed with attack hits have a 15% chance to explode in a tenth of their life as a physical damage. This is lower than a Crusader mod on the body armor, but trust me, you won't get a Crusader body armor, good Crusader body armor early on. So this node is gonna be a huge clear speed for you, no doubt. Some crit multi, some double damage crit chance here. This Watcher's Eye, this is just a joke. Two additional hits with impales while using pride. Those are gonna be like millions on the market for sure. Everyone's gonna play melee, and a solid bunch of players is gonna play physical melee. So if you can get one, you get one. If you can get one early, sad things being said. Then we're taking some life notes here. Those fire resistance like just one type of little pride. Don't look at it. Nothing new here. We just dropped that two hand clusters since we're not do not need them anymore. And taking this large cluster just for crit multi. You can have double crit multi, and if you get this double crit multi, you and percent life, you are a challenger. Otherwise, get what you get. Just some more double damage and physical damage. Another one, that what I was talking about. Another 50% chance to ignore enemy physical damage reduction. This is huge. Some attack speed, some physical damage, nothing complex. It's easy. For the skills, of course, we're using Rage Vortex of Berserking. I was trying something with multi-strike. I don't really know about the interaction of Rage Vortex, Rage Stone with multi-strike, but I just think increased critical strikes gives us more overall. But if we're disabling it, we're sitting on a 80% crit chance, and we always want to get 100% crit chance because this always crit is cool. We're, of course, as we are physical build with impales, we are using brutality, melee pulverize since we are using AoE skill. Impale, because it has 38% increased impale effect. This is cool. This is just cool, and you are not spending your points in a passive tree to achieve 100% chance to impale. So I think this is quite okay. Like POB says that it gives us solid 35% of our damage, so why not? For our auras, we're using Herald of Purity, of course, Herald of Purity. Determination, of course. Blood and Sand and Pride, for sure, why not? Blood and Sand got something interesting this league. This is just for myself, this is my own opinion. So we're gonna try it out. For our utility, we're using Molten Shell with automation, also phase run and life tap, so we're not like looking at our mana. Flame Dash for some mobility. This is for my own self. We're just gonna have pretty bunch of move speed, and I'm just like playing walking simulators more than like jumping around in the epilepsy, So Flame Dash is my own choice. Life tap mark and hit assassin's mark for our mark for a single target. We're using arrogance and precision since I'm not sure how we can cap our our accuracy elsewhere. Not spending too much points or nothing. If you know, tell me please in the comments. On kill monster explosion is Cluster Jewel, and we're using Berserk, of course, increased rage effect. 59% rage effect is huge. This is our single target thing. For our items, I think those are pretty achievable. Even this is gonna be a melee league. Those are really pretty achievable. Beer's Girdle got nerfed. It gives us only 10 rage after it gives us was giving us 20 rage, but like no brainer here. Rosada Squirrel is gonna be like a mirror on the market. I don't know if I can get one. early, it's cool. If I don't, I don't give a damn shit, because Arn's Anguish, for in my own opinion, is gonna be a no doubt a best in slot unique belt here. But uh, we just dropped down to a belt, but it's nothing complex here. We're using like you should get that 100% plus PDPS. Any axe you want, it's gonna be easy since the quality will work, and I hope some cool enchantments at Danig's place. So this is not gonna be that hard. The Vortex Devotion is a best in slot for early on any melee build or any attack based build, you know. So this is quite common, unique helm, and then you're gonna, for sure, it's no brainer. You're gonna have an Abyssus. There is nothing to change. I see no helm better than Abyssus on this slot. For body armor, we are always using an Astral Plate. The base item gives us some bunch of resistances if we are having some problems with capping them. So you always want to have flat life and resistances on your rare gear to cap them all early. So those all are about it. And your body armor, your amulet, and your rings are only resistances. Uh, this this suffix of non-channeling skills have minus 10 to total mana cost. That was for the sweep, because I will level myself with the sweep until I can until I can do a transition to average vortex. So you can do whatever you want. The vulnerability on hit warlord suffix is the same thing. That's what just attests. Your flasks, for myself, it's the bismuth flask. If you having problems with capping your resistances, since you can't use your life flask because you're using Valpack, so a diamond flask for helping us cap our crit chance. Quicksilver flask is just quicksilver flask. Some move speed is always good. Granite flask for more armor, and basalt flask for additional more armor. Nothing special. For our sockets, you can watch them yourself. Most of them, like large cluster jewels and um, like large clusters and medium clusters, just take what you can get. It's like crafting those like this large cluster can be a pain in the ass. So take whatever you can get, but remember, you always want to have a explode and 50% chance to ignore enemy PDR. Those are mandatory for this build, I think so, and I hope so. Other small jewels are just crit multi and percent life if you can get them. This is gonna be cool. Other thing that I want to mention, that's all for this build. POB says that we are gonna be with this setup. We are gonna be at 10 million combined DPS for a melee build. This is like, I think, very cool numbers. I want to achieve them before, and if I will enjoy this build, I can furthermore plan a transition to a elemental version with Void Forge, Trinity setup, etc. But just I have no time right now before the league starts. As POB says, I just want to hope in these numbers, but I don't think they're gonna be that real. 5.6k life leech, if it's gonna be instant in a huge pack of mobs, maybe in fighting 1-2 fat rares. I'm not I'm not sure about it. The second thing is, let me show you my PoE planner. This is my Atlas tree for the beginning. I just love Ritual myself. Ritual is mwah, right after Scarabs. New Scarabs was released in 3.24. The first thing you should do, you always go for June and Kirak for, Whalecrafts on your bench. Some Kirak for Atlas progression. You always take shaping the mountains, shaping the world, and these nodes for your maps drop a tier higher. You're always taking June for progress. Always for me, all the syndicate is going to have a Gravicious in transportation and Torah in research, because Torah gives you free gem XP, and Gravicious just can give you a nice boost of stack of cards. And if you get some luck, you can have a nice drop of a Gravicious. And if you're not, you're not. Like, this is the pure Gamba. I prefer to take Unwavering Vision, since I'm not gonna be looting much early. I'm not gonna stack much of Scarabs early, and I don't need any Scarabs to run my strategy early. So 20 points is huge. I can still have all these starting nodes and go fully to my left side of the tree. You can see here I'm not using like 29 points here, because that's a league start. No one can get, except for 2 persons, can get this fast into full Atlas points. So this is fair. We're always taking 100% chance to have ritual on your map. This is no doubt. Always having 4 ritual altars, some nodes for reduced tribute, reduced tribute rate of your usage. Always rerolling favors 2 additional times, because you're not using Scarab early, so this is cool. And Beyonds are our last thing to do. This is just like more mobs, more pack size, more loot, more cool stuff on the map, but no, do not get this early. You're gonna die. So, and then after using this, and ritual, by the way, ritual will get buffed if you didn't know, but you always know. After this, you can do whatever you want, and I'm not into shaking your own opinions. See you in the league. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave a comment down below. Say to me that my English sucks. I don't do a content every day. Please say to me. I want to have like an aggression to do more content, so I can practice my English more. Since I'm kind of you know, I can speak, but atrophy is atrophy. I want to speak more. Leave a comment, leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you dislike, subscribe if you want to, and see you in a Settlers of Calgary League. Goodbye.